So it's been news reported from Coach Kenny Ellis, someone who corresponds with Adrien Broner and his team, as he works with as well as team Trevante Davis. This is a situation where I didn't even really give an excuse to why Adrien Broner was hurt last night. I didn't know he hurt his arm. So when he fell in the second round to the knockdown from Blair Cobb, they're saying that Adrien Broner had an injury to his shoulder or his arm. From what I'm saying, they're saying his arm was injured when he fell down on his arm in the fight against Blair Cobb. It's kind of weird because I didn't really see anything. I was more so looking at the situation as far as with his mouth guard. I don't know like when this tooth situation had started, but I kept seeing that his mouth guard had situations where he couldn't really I don't know if it was the breathing or whatever. Like as far as the stamina and stuff, I felt like he was fine. I felt like he was a slow starter, but overall I felt like his stamina was fine. He really didn't give me any reason why he was hurt or injured more so. But looking back on it, man, like I was explaining earlier about the fight, it was a very difficult situation that he was in. Not an easy fight. If he could have went into this fight with a little more time, training and other things, we probably would have other results. But you know, it's a lot of ifs, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's the guy who's lost. But as far as the injury overall, that's kind of surprising to me because I wasn't really more so paying attention to what he was using and what it wasn't using. I was more so paying attention to the strategy and what Blair Cobb was doing on the end as far as the counters and just the jab and everything else. But as far as Adrien Broner not really using anything, if he was injured in the fight, that would make a lot of sense. But you know, people would say that's an excuse. So like even if people come out and say he was injured in the fight, nobody would care. So but he was injured falling down. They say he fell down on his right arm, and that's a situation where he was unable to use that arm, so he had to kind of stick with the left. As far as I know, this is allegedly. I don't know if it's the right arm or anything else. This is just details that from somebody that's around the situation. But what I seen, Adrien Broner's his stamina and things could have been better, but like they said, his coach said they've been trying to work on him getting into fighting shape and cutting weight and things like that. And he also said when they started training, the weight just fell off. You know, it's not really like it was a difficult time. So that lets me know that Adrien Broner can make weight pretty easy. Like bro, he has to get his mind back to the point where he's in shape, bro. You gotta be walking around in shape at this point. At this point right now, bro, you gotta be walking around in shape. Even though he's making weight, and that's another thing too, he made weight. That's not good news for other people who talking about they can't lose 3 pounds and all that other stuff. So that's a whole nother bad situation. But I definitely feel like he could have did some things to prevent all that. Just the aggression that he came with in the first round, that caused a lot of the problems. The teeth, the arm injury, everything else. Just doing too much walking around and walking forward towards guys. You can't walk down everybody. So he just got to find some way to kind of balance his attack and get in shape, man. You got to be the best version of you. And right now, a lot of people just feel like you're stuck in the ways of being a clown as far as Broner. They don't like his approach as far as what he's been saying about other people and boxers and just everything overall. I understand all that, the whole situation. He does have a lot of pressure on him, but in this time right now, man, you got to deal with what you got to deal with. Everybody's not. It's a lot of guys who's younger than Adrien Broner who's hanging it up. It's a lot of guys the same age as him that's trying to retire and everything else. So it's not really a situation where we can actually figure out what he has going on, and if we're actually on that same level as far as what these guys bring to the table. But I definitely think that Adrien Broner does an excellent job in trying to get to the ring Let me just say that. Like, trying to get to the ring, does an excellent job with that. Arm was messed up, kind of headed out. Didn't really know what the situation was last night, but he had an injury, a very bad injury. I know people were using it as an excuse, but like I've said recently, bro, I've heard excuses for people saying that world champions and guys who's world champions were not even in shape for certain fights, for title fights. So I've heard that excuse be used. So somebody who actually went to the hospital and got an injury to that right arm, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But as far as the media saying that guys didn't train for their last fight, nah, that doesn't make any sense. But that's all I got, though. Like and subscribe.